I never wanted a divorce. That was never the plan my whole life.
I didn't want it, but when I realized that it was inevitable, I just had to accept it.
It was the happiest day of her life. The sun was shining, the birds were singing, the spirit was strong, everyone was celebrating. It was a day that Amy Mitchell had dreamt about her entire life. She was getting married to the man she loved most.
I was happy, he was happy. It was a typical wedding day, I guess.
August 2012 was supposed to be the beginning of a happy and eternal marriage, but by June 2014, it had ended.
It started out good, and it just went downhill. We weren't praying together, and we weren't doing all the things that married couples should be doing in order to build their relationship.
Mitchell is one of many students on campus to experience divorce. Bob Wilkins has experienced it as well. His wedding day was just as memorable.
It was a really good day, absolutely fantastic. Had family that never had shown up at any of my events. They always showed up in my siblings, but they were there at my ceiling and just felt really special.
However, after only 4 years of marriage, Wilkins was divorced. Divorce among young people continues to rise. Scott Gardner, the chair of the Home and Family Department at BYU Idaho, has some ideas why this may be happening.
I think sometimes it is red flags. It's things that, there's some mental health issues, there's some personality issues, there are maybe hidden addictions that you didn't know about until you got married. Sometimes we miss things. When you met somebody and 4 months later you're married, you haven't even seen them in all seasons. I mean, what if they have what we call seasonal affective disorder, which is kind of a, the wintertime depression. Okay, and you met them in June and you're married in October, and now they're starting to get really depressed, and you had no idea. And so sometimes our speedy dating and engagement periods could be problematic.
According to the University Academic Office statistics, in fall 2014 there were 63 divorced students enrolled out of 15,193. A divorce at any age is a tough process, but going through a divorce in your 20s can be even tougher.
I think students feel a little self-conscious, a little, and then in the dating life they're going to feel a little nervous about, okay, at what point do I tell somebody I'm dating that I've been married before? Is that going to be an automatic killer of the relationship?
The trick is to just keep treating them like a normal person. It's like if someone says they have cancer, you don't start talking about cancer the whole time. You just treat them like a normal person.
While meeting people again and dating again can be a challenge, it does happen. Shortly after their divorces, Amy and Bob met and began to date.
We started going on dates and hanging out and just enjoyed each other's company enough.
Bob and Amy were married this past February and say that their past experiences has made their marriage stronger.
While we still have our faults, we still mess up a lot. We definitely, because we've been through divorce before, we definitely don't want that again, and we're doing everything we can to not.
Say prayer and scripture every day, and we appreciate the qualities that most people overlook because we've experienced some pretty awful things.
After all is said and done, a divorce isn't the end. Just ask Amy and Bob. They found love again, after all. Reporting from Rexburg, I'm Dallin Serbo, COM 360.